YouTube fans? I'm here to talk about Tekken Tag Tournament Part 2. For those who hadn't really gotten into it yet or gotten a lot of info, I can, well, I'm gonna cover most of it with you. Some that I do know, some I'm not so sure about, I'm still gonna say it. Feel free to criticize the video if you don't like it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the DLC. So the Tekken DLC, if you like getting it online or at Best Buy, most likely they're splitting the DLC into pairs. So there's a Kunimitsu and Ogre and Angel and Michelle. Or you can skip the bullshit and go to GameStop where you get all 4 characters. So that looks like the best route to take. Power to the players. And sorry, I got my screen up too loud. Hold up. Where's my damn remote? Now that I know that Michelle is back in the game, that just pretty much sums up my starting lineup team. So it's going to consist of Michelle and Zafina in that exact order. I don't think I'm going to feel comfortable using Zafina first in any tag match, knowing that she's the one I really know more about. So the things I do hope for Michelle on her move list is that she get her bow and arrow combo. Her bow and arrow combo is like probably the overpowered, overrated thing on anyone's move list, because you have to respect the low so much. And then Zafina isn't making anything any better because her moves are cancelable now, so you really have to look out for them. Now I'm afraid to go against Zafina, as well as I fear for people to go against mine. Now, about Michelle's move list. Oh fuck. It might not be a Tekken Tag, Tekken Tag 1 move list. Well, it might be because we all saw the video and they showed a clip where she got her moves back. But I'm pretty sure she's getting something different. I hope she's not as punishable as Julie in Tekken 6. So another thing is the changes in Tekken. Word is Tekken Tag is basically Tekken 6 with some changes, you know, frame changes, new moves, that type of thing. So it'll probably be a Tekken 6.5. So speaking of changes, I know most of the Zafina changes. So let's go to Zafina for a second. Her changes is the Magic 3. Well, she doesn't have she never did have a good Magic 4. So the Magic 3, which always translate to well, not translate, but transition to Scarecrow, which probably her best stance out of all stances. So her 1-3 gives her a lot more frame advantage and is transition to Scarecrow. So with this being transition to Scarecrow, she's even more dangerous with a 10 frame Punisher, because now she can really scare you while she's in that stance, or even try to get a launcher while she's in Scarecrow. So I get the first 2 hits free, and I can try to get a launcher afterwards. If I'm not able to get a launcher because they might see them coming, I can just safely do this, which gives me a lot more options afterwards. Which means I can either stay here, or stand up. So another thing in Tekken Tag 2, Zafina forward 2, it tracks both ways. So is forward 4. This also tracks both ways. But the only thing about forward 4 is that she won't be leaping any further. It'll be kind of like Bruce's forward 3. I think it's Bruce's forward 3. Or Brian Fury 443, where they doesn't take a lot of distance. So another thing is the Athena Wild Rising 3, that also goes into Scarecrow. I know y'all probably don't give a damn about Zafina in Tekken 6, but I'm guaranteed that a lot of you will in Tekken Tag. Okay. This move right here, she can cancel the second hit and go into crouch, which probably going to make her like the scariest somebody on offense, now that you have to look out for moves like this. And she has another crouch attack. I think it's probably I don't know the command for it. I never printed it out or anything, but I think it's probably like down 3 or down 4. But or this move right here will most likely come out as well. And about this move, it's probably going to be the best Wild Rising 14 frame Punisher ever. Yeah, she gets a 14 frame Punisher, well, 14 frame punishing launcher at 14 frame while standing. And instead of her getting a half off combo, she gets a full combo. So this is what it's going to look like in Tekken Tag. It's going to look just like this. So you get a full combo from 14 frame Punisher Wild Rising with Zafina. Anything else I'm forgetting? Oh yes, down forward 1, 2. The frame then went. I think it's more punishable now. I think it's 15 frame punishable, but it has an extended another 2 add on to it to make it a little safer. But it's still a gambling game because both is punishable by 15 frames. Let's see. Something else, transition to Scarecrow, I'm not pretty sure. Basically anything that ends in 3 probably going to be in Scarecrow anyway. Except for a lot of things like this right here. There's no way in hell she's going to be in Scarecrow after that. But you do sort of get the picture. And another thing maybe characters in general. Let's skip to characters in general. I say that Tekken Tag is going to be a more balancing fighting game than Tekken 6. Now that there is no characters on the D list, and if you hadn't catch on, Zafina is no longer on the D list. She done went up a lot of notches, so she's on the A tier list. So by me saying the A tier list, that means that Zafina is like a tier under the best characters in the game, and that's the Mishima, or Mishimas, however you want to see it. So the Mishimas consist of Kazuya, Heihachi, Lars, and Double Jean. So what I mean by, well, not all the Mishimas. So we're still missing Jinpachi, who's an A tier, and Jin, who probably B or C, most likely C. But don't count Jin out because he's got some tougher upgrades. So the only thing is questionable is the downloadable characters. What are they? Even though it wouldn't matter because they balance the game unlike they did in Tekken 6, because in Tekken 6 you have like 4 overpowered characters that have no weakness. Now I know in the previous Tekken they would like show you in the strategy guide that they have strengths and weaknesses, and now in Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 they just so happen to not show any strengths and weaknesses. I mean, I still have my Tekken books. I never threw them away. And I can like pick up the Tekken Tag Tournament 1 book right now and read out some and how they may differ in Tekken 6. So like the overpowered characters that has no weakness, because no one ever found a weakness for them. And those characters are Bruce, Brian Fury, Steve Fox, and maybe Lars. But the biggest weakness of Lars is that his stances are a little slow and you can see him. You can basically jab him out of his stances. If you're Zafina, you can down back 2 the shit out of him and get a counter hit. I mean, Zafina can hit anybody out of their stance with down back 2. That stance is pretty slow as hell. So I'm not a tier whore, or the way other people call it, because I main Zafina, and I always like the Zafina because I see a unique stance and fighting style. And then I was like pissed off as hell to see that she was at the bottom and never was able to move back up. Well, move up. I don't think she was a C tier. So her reign became a S tier at one point until Tekken Unlimited came. I think they did some changes on him. I'm still trying to master most of these characters. Well, not master, but you know, get familiar with, because the game gonna have like over 50 characters, and I'll be damned if I'm just using 2 characters. I know for sure that I'm gonna use Julia, June, Christy, Zayu, Elisa, basically most of the females, even Kunimitsu, because I've never been a fan of Kunimitsu. I never liked the outfit because of the mask. You know, it's supposed to be scary. So in Tekken Tag, I always use her special outfit, you know, the one you push start for. So her outfit looks pretty good now. And for Angel has a new outfit. I think she got a new fighting style as well. I think no one was expecting Angel to make a return, nor did they requested Angel to make a return. So them throwing Angel at us is like a big surprise. Like, aha, here, there you go. Another character with a laser beam to give a laser show presentation at a, you know, show and tell type of stuff. So that was one character we don't really need. Oh fuck, I need Tekken Hybrid. Oh well. I'm also hoping the pair play would be more the pair play would be like I team up with my friend and we go do some player matches. We look for other paired up teams, you know, ready to play paired up people. So I may be wording this wrong, you know, I'm kind of suck at grammar, but you know, if you give me an English test, I bet you I'll pass it. But when it comes to talking it or speaking it, it's a different story. I don't know how is that a big factor, but yeah. So Angel is another Mishima that we're not really looking for, and I don't know. She has the electricity, the electric. But speaking of electric, I think Jinpachi probably has the easiest electric in the game, which is down forward 2. You probably can get 3 of them in a row if you want to, and it doesn't take any skill, none whatsoever, to pull it off. But the only problem, if you get 3 of them in a row, you probably won't be able to bound them as well. And another person who could be considered a Mishima is June. I see June that went from like A list to C list, which is probably not bad anyway, due to the fact that people are still going to be using it. In pair plays, I hope they do that in random player matches as well as lobby matches. And I hope they have like a fight lab that allows you to do a lot of things. Like, for one, you can punish certain moves of your choice. You know, like you go to the command list and you go to a defensive setting, and they'll do a move, and afterwards it'll go straight to blocking mode. So they'll do a move and then they'll block and see if you can punish correctly. Because I always had a problem with punishing accordingly, because I know online when I go for a certain punisher, they always manage to block it. Like, for instance, I use Zafina down forward 3-4 a lot, which is 14 frames. And I know a certain move that is punishable at 14 frames, and I use that 14 frame attack and they're still able to block it. So that kind of forces me to go down some impacts and start using moves like 10 frame moves. I think Zafina doesn't have good 12 frame punishers, and she has no 13 frame punishers at all. So Fight Lab, I hope they have that on there, as well as an online practice mode where you can team up with somebody, or pair up with somebody, and then y'all like practice online and and do the lag. So I think it was explained to me in Street Fighter versus Tekken that they had something like that. I never played the game, so I don't know. So another thing I hope is combat is a Fight Lab character only. If you are able to use them, you should be only use them offline and in player matches. In rank matches, ranking or combat, no. That pretty much defeats the purpose of using other characters. And I also hope that they limited like the moves that you choose to like probably 3 or 4 moves. So that way you won't try to add everybody's move list into one character and be like, hey, beat my combat. No. Anything else? Yeah, so let's I believe this might be a really great game, because I already pre-ordered my copy, because I know I'll be broke by September 11th. That's when the game's going to be hitting the stores. And I already seen some things like the collection edition for the European. So they got a nice special edition, and I wish I mean, I would actually kill for a soundtrack CD, and they have like the original and remix on a separate disc. So I would kill for that special edition. I hope we get a much better special edition, and be able to get our downloadable characters with it. Because I think the downside to that special edition is that you won't be able to use the downloadable content character because it's not coming with it. So if we get one in America, I hope we are able to use our we get downloadable codes to unlock the 4 characters or 2. So let's talk about Kunimitsu. So in Tekken Tag and Tekken 2, I never cared about Kunimitsu because of the fact that she wore a mask. And now she returned and she got a better outfit. She has exposed her face a little. But that's all I can add. I mean, that's all I'm thankful for, that her face is not completely covered. So yes, she'll be another character I'll be using. We all seen the video once again. Kunimitsu. She gotten back most of her moves that was stolen, and stolen some moves of her own. I see that she breathes fire, which was thing Armor King does, and she has a dash like Lars, which was established. So I think she's going to be kind of tricky to use. I'm kind of discouraged of picking her up because I think this might be a character that's going to take me a while to get used to. I played Tekken 6 since launch, and it took me a whole 4 years to get used to characters like Steve Fox and Bruce Irvin. You know, despite the fact that they're supposed to be the best characters in the game, and I'm just now knowing how to use them. So people might come in my lobby and expect a challenge from me, and I go to characters like Harang and Steve Fox or whoever, because I never go to my main characters first, or anybody I can use real well first, because I'm testing the waters, see how well you can play. Then if you alright, then I can bring out my best characters. But it doesn't work that way. They come in and they fight me for like one game, and then they so quick to leave the game because they beat me. Like, really? You took that match seriously, and I only use somebody I'm just learning? So yeah, laugh at you for making a fool of yourself. Now, there's a lot of things about Steve Fox I still don't know. But the first thing I do is like learn a combo or two. So when I pick Mokujin, if I accidentally launch somebody, I won't be stuck like what I do next, what I do now. I can get this combo. I can get this combo. They made this combo a lot harder than it needs to be. I can just retire right now. Okay, he just went dash. There we go. So let's see if I'm missing anything, because I think I'm about to turn off this camera. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, that's where I need to go. Well, I'm on my PlayStation right now, which probably not a good thing, but it's better because I'm broke, as you see my money, and I haven't been buying a lot of stuff. So basically what I've been doing is changing the colors. Since Armor King is one of the characters I don't really use, he hasn't been customized yet. So I don't know too much about Armor King, and I definitely don't know his changes in Tekken Tag. So let's go to the next character. Anna. Okay, so this the first color I changed. So in Tekken Tag 2, Anna has a new bound. Anna has a new post bound that she can use. And I hadn't really looked at the frame data for any of the characters I'm barely using. So only the character that I use, I know more changes about, or changes to. Which one sounds better? Okay, so Asuka. Asuka was going to be on my starting lineup. It was going to be Asuka and Zafina, but when I saw that Michelle was returning, I quickly dropped Asuka and said Zafina and Michelle. Well, Michelle and Zafina. So I probably will still pair up Asuka with Zafina, because I don't see any harm that Zafina has with Asuka. I would have paired Zafina with June, but due to the fact that Zafina doesn't like June, I wouldn't slap her in the face like that, so I would pair her up with Asuka and pair June with another character, maybe Michelle. Big Go-San. I heard that he's been dropped seriously. He's been dropped to a D class in tag, but in one-on-one there are no D tier lists. It just is to C. So they're either a top tier, high tier, mid tier, and low tier, no bottom tier. So I don't know what happened to that. Maybe his Flamingo doesn't give that overpowered sidestep, and that Flamingo cancel that makes him sidestep one time and he like right behind you. I think Bob update has been released online, but I didn't really pay attention to it. And Bob is another character I don't really use, but I know some Bob. I mean, I can use Bob. I can mess around with him in practice mode, but I never really tested him in online.